My name is Cyprian Kitonsa. I am a married man to my wife, Mirembe Nawami Kitonsa. And the Lord has been gracious and given us children. I'm just here to share my testimony and my journey with the Building Great Men cohort that's just ended and how it's impacted my life. I got to know about the cohort through a friend of mine. I think after they had had the orientation session, he gave me a phone call, debriefed me what had happened in there, and he was excited. He said, we need to do this. I was excited and anxious at the same time, because in regards to what he had shared with me, it required a lot of commitment. I gathered the courage in me and I chose to sign up. I've walked the 6 months journey with a band of brothers, and I am so grateful for the time that Pastor Andrew and his team have invested and the wisdom that they've imparted in us. So for me, it has been very great around my family that I have learned to spend deliberately time with my children when I'm in the flowers and we are gardening, taking care of them, and they're there to help me out, or reading to them Bible stories before we go to bed, being intentional about nurturing them. In fact, I remember not so long ago when my daughter woke up very early in the morning and she came to me and asked, Daddy, where are the seeds that we are going to plant today? Now, on that particular day, there was no activity whatsoever I had planned as a gardening activity. But I was excited that my daughter would wake up and is interested in, rather than running and watching TV, but to say, let's go and do some farming together. So one of the pieces in the learning journey that has been impactful is to lead courageously. And I remember there was a season where I encouraged my wife to partake of certain courses to study, and perhaps the way that we had the conversation, it did not land quite well, and she did not. I was frustrated as to why there was this opportunity that I thought I was presenting to her, but she wasn't taking it on. But through the program that we've had, just to learn that my conversations with her, perhaps if it did not land the very first time, that means that I shouldn't continue. We learned that men communicate. So I kept persisting on my communication, but also with the intention of loving her and just explaining the why this is important. And without any push, there was a break of about a month or so. Then she came to me herself and she said she was ready to do this course that we had identified. And I asked her why this time around. She explained herself and I was excited. Thank God that we had the resources, so I paid for her. And I've been supporting her on this journey, also understanding that now I can take the responsibility of looking after the kids while she's in her studies, that I give her room to actually concentrate, helping her at home. And not in the sense that, that bogs me down as a man, but knowing that this is my family, and if this is what it takes to actually lead this style in this season, then that is something that I'm going to do unashamed. So I did that. She has finished part of that journey and we are happy. I really thank God that I had this opportunity to enroll, and I can see what the program has done for me. But that aside, also just in the workspace where I'm working, my bosses, I cannot tell what it is that they saw in me, but when I just joined my organization where I'm working right now, before I made a month, they presented the men's program of the organization to me, and my boss suggested, why don't you lead it? Now, the initial conversations around that, I didn't know what to do. I was, still finding my footing within the organization, and I'm thinking what it is that I'm going to lead men about or lead them toward. I have no direction. I really do not know how to do this. But luckily, that when I enrolled for the men's program at Encounter Church, it gave me a very good foundation to hold sensible conversations and pointing to pieces that will impact the men within the organization, and giving me structure on how I can collaborate with other colleagues to run the men's program. And I can tell you that, thank God, the program did not kick off until I myself had walked the journey, and I just presented to say, now I know what to do. I've given in the structure of how we are going to run this men's program, and I am excited that such an opportunity, even when it came to me when I had nothing to do, the Lord presented an opportunity where I would learn and be encouraged that this is how such a program can run. And I'm here to tell you that it is going to land in the organization. I'm very excited. I would like to encourage that if there is a man out there and on the outlook it seems there is total confusion, zero direction, no purpose, or you're stuck somewhere, do not rely on your own strength, on your own understanding that you're going to crack this. The men's program is one that I would encourage every single man to be a part of. It's a journey that is going to impact you. You're going to get tons of wisdom and practical ways in which you can transform your own life based on biblical principles. So I'm here as a testimony to tell you that I have gone through the program and my life is transformed.